town site, and everyone is working hard to get this wildfire under control. While Parks Canada is in the best position to share specific details of the situation on the ground, the Alberta Emergency Management Agency continues to work in close coordination with Parks Canada, the municipality of Jasper, and all other responding agencies. We've deployed 6 Alberta Emergency Management Agency regional field officers to Hinton, and they are integrated in the local incident management team and are providing support on the ground. Additionally, the agency also deployed emergency social services officers to Hinton to support Jasper emergency social services efforts. These officers are critical points of contact for the emergency responders and help them stay connected to the Provincial Emergency Coordination Center, from which I'm joining you today, where emergency management staff are always available to coordinate requests for the additional support or resources. To date, we've deployed 12 field officers to various incidents across the province. We have also coordinated and deployed more than 250 wildland urban interface personnel directly to Jasper. These firefighters and incident managers come from across the province and have specialized training to support the complex firefighting efforts in Jasper. Firefighters from Hinton, Edmonton, and 30 other municipalities are now in town protecting homes, businesses, and critical infrastructure. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank those firefighters and their communities for making them available. We recognize how difficult this time is for all evacuees, but also for first responders who can't go home and can't be with their families. And we're committed to making sure they're supported during this difficult time. We have made efforts to mobilize every resource available to stop this fire, protect the town, and make sure evacuees are getting the help they need. Evacuation orders remain in effect for parts of the municipal district of Bighorn. There's an alert also for the surrounding community. All 3 communities of the Little Red River Cree Nation, so that is Garden River, Fox Lake, and John Doerr Prairie, and the community of Chippewan Lake. If you're under an evacuation order, please register online as an evacuee at emergencyregistration.alberta.ca. I'll say that again, emergency registration altogether.alberta.ca. Doing so will help you access resources and important information like updates and re-entry plans. If you're part of a mandatory evacuation order exceeding a minimum of 7 days, including temporary foreign workers, you are eligible to receive a one-time payment of $1,250 for each adult and an additional $500 for each child under the age of 18. The John Doerr Prairie and Fox Lakes communities of the Little Red River Cree Nation become eligible today. It can apply tomorrow on July 27th. I encourage all Albertans in other areas to remain vigilant. There are many wildfires burning across the province, and being prepared can save your life. As we saw with the Jasper evacuation, these situations are dynamic and can change very quickly. Look for emergency preparedness information on alberta.ca, including how to make an emergency plan and what to bring with you in case of an evacuation. Things like 72 hours worth of food and water, critical documents, a first aid kit, medications, planning for your pets, and so on. Whether you're close to an area that is currently impacted or not, being prepared can make an already stressful situation a little easier for you and your family. In closing, all Albertans should also stay connected with their local authorities' website and social media channels for updates. We continue to work closely with local officials and responders in all affected communities across the province to get personnel, resources, and equipment where they are needed the most. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Stephen. We'll now move over to questions from the media. Please put up your hand and we'll call on you. One question and one follow-up, and please state your name and media outlet before you begin. Jonathan, go ahead.
Hi, Jonathan Bradley, Western Standard. So my question's for Christy Tucker. So Christy, you spoke about hot, dry conditions in the southern part of Alberta going to worsen, well, has the possibility to worsen wildfires in the coming days and weeks ahead. What will Alberta Wildfire be doing to try to manage the hot, dry conditions?
Well, there is a fire behavior advisory in place, and that just means that firefighters and teams on the ground are exceptionally aware of the danger of what could happen, and then the greater chance that a wildfire could move quickly or change quickly. So that is very much on firefighters' minds and on our teams when they're out there. We, of course, have a fire ban in place to reduce any additional human-caused fires that could add to the fire load. And particularly in that area in the south of the province, there are a lot of recreational areas, and that is something that, of course, is a peak concern. And my team has been getting a lot of calls from people who say, well, we've had a little bit of rain and they want to know if they can still have a fire. We are asking everyone to continue to respect the fire ban that's in place, because we want to be able to focus our resources where we need them. Certainly, as we do during any time of high fire danger, the areas are going to be on alert. We're going to ensure that we have resources that are pre-positioned and ready to send out quickly if we need to, because initial attack for new starts is of the utmost importance. So we really need to be able to attack them while a wildfire is still small before it grows quickly.
Okay, and my follow-up pertains to the Jasper situation. So you spoke about Jasper being the worst situation with, like the amount of people there and also the number of fires coming out of that. What does the status look like for Jasperites returning home? I know it's early, obviously, but do you have any idea on what the timeline would look like?
I'll send that to Stephen. Is re-entry would be one of their issues.
Yeah, Jonathan, yeah, nice to see you again. That question was posed to the officials doing the scrum in Hinton about 30 minutes before us, and I will echo what they've said. There's a deliberate process that needs to take place before that happens. Well, first, of course, the town site must be safe, and we're not there yet, right? So that's taking place, and after that, a number of conditions must be in place before re-entry occurs. There's going to be some cleanup efforts. Emergency services must be reestablished. Water, 911 services, EM, and the list goes on. Unfortunately, I can't offer you an exact time frame. The answer is as soon as possible, and if I was to offer a timeline, it's going to be a matter of weeks, unfortunately. And we'll do everything we can do in between to take care of the folks affected by that situation. Thank you.
I would like to just add on the fire side, Jonathan, I mean, it's certainly a few days of lower fire behavior will be welcomed by all of the firefighters that are on the ground. And I know Parks Canada is taking the lead and being aggressive in that firefight. And certainly the fire is not out yet. They are working very hard to make that happen, but it will be a long haul with the large scale fire. It does take a long time to bring it under control and completely contain a fire, even with favorable conditions. So we will certainly be supporting them as much as we can in taking advantage of the conditions, which I know they'll be doing this weekend, and they will be working hard. But firefighting is not a short prospect, particularly with the large scale fire.
Great. Thank you, Christy. Thank you, Stephen. Do we have any other questions? I'm seeing none. So thanks everyone for joining today. And just a reminder that a daily media update will be sent out after 3:30 p.m. today. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day.